Hi. If you could indulge me for a minute or two, I'd like to review the following book. This is a book I got given free, so as such it's got to be seen as that. So my review reflects the fact I didn't pay for it. Quite an expensive book, but all books of this nature tend to be, so that's just the way it is. First things first is to say I did like the book. I'm not a great reader. I find special theoretical books quite difficult and quite challenging at times because they're not necessarily the most fast-paced books. So it did take me a while to read it, but it's the sort of book that you can go back to and you can pick out bits and it kind of just dip in and out of. I did like it. I have to say that it was very, very American, very, very culturally and historically biased towards an American market. It's an American book by American authors, so that makes perfect sense. Having said that, I think there was some stuff in here that was really, really good and really beneficial for me as a white middle-class man from rural Northumberland who has very limited knowledge and personal experience of race, of colour, of living in a multicultural Britain even, just because of the fact of where I live. So the things that I think it was really, really good at were where it talks about a theoretical understanding of race and racism, what it means. There was an excellent section in the middle of the book where it talks about a child's development and how that development is impacted not just in an adoption sense and the knowledge of a child's history, but also a knowledge of race and colour. Other areas that I think were really good were it addressed issues around stereotypes, identity, a child's perception of self, colour blindness, white privilege, stuff that's really pertinent, and even though some of the language again was American, it still rang true of here. So generally I would say it's a good book. It's worth getting. I think it's probably more aimed towards, it would be ideal for someone who's perhaps stepping out on the adoption road, who's thinking about taking a child of a different colour to themselves and wants to really look at those issues and how they impact on their life and their lifestyle. So as with any book, I think you've got to read it, you've got to pick out the bones, the stuff that doesn't really apply to you, cultural stuff, historic stuff, societal stuff that doesn't really apply. But then leave yourself with the meat, which is the stuff around identity, around racism, around theoretical knowledge, around real stuff that I think would help any adopter to raise their child and bring them up in a society where racism is a fact. That was it. I hope you enjoyed that, and I shall no doubt be reviewing more books in the future. I'll go now.